Welcome, everyone. I'm Patricia Borger, Vice Chancellor of Development and Alumni Relations at UWM. Special welcome to Dean Chari, distinguished guests, members of the Business Advisory Council, and many others from the Lubar School community who have tuned in for this special announcement for UWM's Lubar School of Business. It's wonderful to have the opportunity to gather together to celebrate good news with the friends, faculty, and staff of the Lubar School. First, I want to pass along Chancellor Mark Money's good wishes to all of you. He is so disappointed not to personally be here with us due to an unavoidable scheduling conflict. Please know he is here in spirit. Donors play an enormous role at UWM. They provide a means for our students to stay in school and allow us to build and expand our programs in campus. Now, more than ever, we are counting on private support as we face an enrollment decline and state funding cuts due to the extensive effects of the coronavirus. Our setting today at the Sheldon B. Lubar School of Business illustrates this perfectly. We are incredibly grateful to the support of our forward-thinking and generous donors. Today, on behalf of Chancellor Money, I am very pleased to announce a significant planned gift that will support the research and professional development activities of future accounting faculty within the Sheldon B. Lubar School of Business. The Brian E. and Cindy H. Daugherty Accounting Faculty Development Fund. What is particularly wonderful about this gift, it is from two of our very own, Dr. Brian Daugherty and Cindy Daugherty. This new fund will be aimed at advancing faculty excellence through support of the research and professional development activities of future accounting faculty within the Sheldon B. Lubar School of Business. Brian and Cindy recognize the importance of research funding, especially for junior accounting faculty, and hope their bequest will enable accounting faculty to continue to publish and expand their research productivity, as well as bring enhanced recognition to the Lubar School. Brian and Cindy project that their planned gift will be valued at approximately $1 million. Thank you so very much, Brian and Cindy, for this generous gift. Chancellor Money shared with me that, having known Brian and Cindy for the last 15 years, he has come to appreciate them as really down-to-earth and warm people, to which our colleagues in the Lubar School can certainly attest. For those of you who don't know them, Brian is Associate Professor of Accounting at UWM and has served on the faculty of the Lubar School since 2006. He specializes in auditing, with research interests including experimental behavioral research focusing on the behaviors of practicing auditors, and the registered firm inspection process of the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board. By the way, Brian was an academic fellow in the PCAOB's Office of Research and Analysis in Washington, D.C. from August 2011 through July 2012. He is an outstanding scholar with numerous academic and practitioner publications. And even more, he's an exceptional classroom teacher in our graduate accounting and forensic accounting courses. Prior to joining academe, he worked as a senior assurance manager for Arthur Andersen in San Antonio, Texas. Cindy Daugherty has many years in the financial service industry, acquiring such professional designations as Chartered Life Underwriter, Charter Financial Consultant, Certified Financial Planner. Cindy has not only supported Brian's academic endeavors, but of her own accord, she has promoted undergraduate and graduate activities with her support of Beta Alpha Psi. Furthered social interests that bring faculty together to share and research ideas and camaraderie has also been another of Cindy's great contributions. And here's a fun fact. When you hear from them in a few moments, you'll notice that, among other things, Brian and Cindy share the most charming Texas twang. They met in the Lone Star State, where they both went to college at the University of Texas, San Antonio. Brian and Cindy, Thank you again for this significant planned gift. You are leading by example in the classroom and in your lives. And thanks most of all for believing in the future of this university and the next generation of Lubar School of Business accounting faculty. We'll now send our cameras to Brian and Cindy.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be able to speak to everyone today. First off, I'd like to thank Chancellor Money, Dean Chari, Vice Chancellor Pat Borger, who helped draft the language of our gift. Pam Maddox, who guided us throughout the entire process, provided excellent advice and ideas. And finally, to Paul Fisher for his overall suggestions.
This all started about 25 years ago, during our leaner times when we were first married. We were dreaming big about what we would want to do in the future. And one of those things we thought would be very cool would be if we were able to start an educational foundation. So we're planners by nature and by profession. And we've always been conservative in our spending and aggressive in our savings. So while we were one of our New Year's resolutions this year was to get our estate planning up to date. And during this process, we realized we could actually make that dream of creating a foundation come true. So we supported various charitable organizations that were important to us and that we believe in throughout our careers. And this foundation is part of our desire to give back.
Cindy and I moved here almost 15 years ago, and we had lived in Texas, as you can tell by the accent, for a very long time. We effectively did a nationwide search, and to make a long story short, just ended up being the UW-Milwaukee seemed at the time to be the perfect fit. After a decade and a half here, we've come to the conclusion that indeed it was the perfect fit. We're both products of state education and realized that UW-Milwaukee is a community outreach university, an R1 research university with excellent faculty and staff. So our goal is down the road to be able to further enhance the reputation of UW-Milwaukee.
Well, we donate to our alma mater. UWM's become very dear to our heart, and we have a strong desire to see continued growth and excellence in research and teaching. Continuing education has been vital to both of our careers, and we feel opportunities should be readily available to faculty to help improve their value to the university and ultimately to the students.
I'd like to take just a moment and discuss how we decided to draft the language, make our specifications, and what we hope for UWM. While this gift is targeted primarily to accounting faculty, we have added language into it in a desire to promote cross-area research within the Lubar School of Business and further enable faculty the ability down the road to be able to attend more research symposia, to be able to network. And as we all know, state funding is tight, and hopefully our gift will have a meaningful impact in the future. And it is intended to lead to the enhancement of UWM in the overall research community.
The university was very flexible in helping us make this a meaningful commitment. They worked with us and worked within our plans. And I'll just say, Pam Maddox made it very easy for us to put in place. And Pat, you really helped us draft a great foundation. Thank you.
Okay, so we feel really good that we were finally able to do this. We had made the New Year's resolutions repeatedly year after year, but finally got serious about it this year. And we sincerely hope that this has a positive impact on faculty, students, staff, the entire UW-Milwaukee community. At this point in time, I'd like to send the meeting back to Dean Chari, if he would like to say a few words.
Brian and Cindy, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Your gift is truly an inspiration to support what we are passionate about and to make our world a better place. On behalf of the 3,200 students, 36,000 alumni, and faculty and staff of the Lubar School of Business, I would like to add my thanks to Brian and Cindy. We are deeply grateful and honored by your vision and generosity. This gift will surely make a transformative impact within the Lubar School's accounting area, which is already well known and highly regarded within our community and among employers for producing outstanding graduates. Your bequest to future colleagues will enhance the academic strength of our faculty, not only in the research, but also in the classroom, where our accounting faculty have consistently demonstrated the application of research to their classroom teaching. As such, the entire program will be strengthened and its regard will be further amplified. We all know that, as they say, a rising tide lifts all ships, and this commitment to raise the profile of the accounting area will surely also have a positive role in raising the profile of the Lubar School as a whole and contribute to our mission within an R1 research campus at UWM. Again, thank you for your foresight and for your commitment to the future. We know this will be a proud legacy for you and your family. On behalf of the Lubar School, it is now my pleasure to present to you both with a small gift of thanks. I'll use my magic wand, and through the miracle of teleportation, I believe that there is an item within your grasp that I will ask you to open.
I'll let you open it.
Okay. Should we open it now, Chari?
Yes, please do.
Okay. It's not a signed photograph of Paul Fisher. Oh, wow.
So,
Look at that.
for those in our audience, this gift is a framed map of Texas from 1877, which is a print from the incredible map collection of the American Geographical Society Library at UWM. The collection is global in scope, ranging from the 15th century to present, and includes maps, atlases, books, periodicals, photographic and film media, and geospatial data. The inscription reads, Brian and Cindy, with deep gratitude for your generosity and commitment, UWM Lubar School of Business, October 1st, 2020. And Brian and Cindy, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I'd just like to say this gift is fantastic. It speaks volumes, and I wish everybody could see it a little bit closer. It's fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Very, very grateful. We both are.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of folks from the Lubar community attending. I just want to recognize Shell Lubar, who's also in attendance. And thank you, Shell, and all the guests who have joined us today and participating in this wonderful afternoon. And with that, we will conclude this event. And we would love to have more of these events in the future where we can gather to celebrate. And thank you again for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.